Oh, you gotta love this. So I saw where a gentleman on X, Twitter, I guess. A gentleman on X was arrested for making public unalive threats for everyone on the Eastine Island list. I thought, man, they jumped right on that, didn't they? They jumped right on that one, didn't they? Man, I don't know how they're going to fix this. So let's talk about facts and fiction and how it all ties together. So you have had trying to unalive the Earth Angel in those cards for quite some time. When y'all talk about them poisoning me, I'm telling you I drank it on purpose. A little bit of a plot twist there, isn't it? Yeah, I was expecting more than a tummy ache. I was expecting to wake up to somebody going, "Oh my God, this motherfucker is not real." I was trying to make another crazy blonde on a plane. I take that whole no weapon form shall prosper thing to a completely different level. But I mean, let's talk about facts. You've got an individual in front of you that every time I go for a checkup, I've got something I will never recover from. And then I go back and they have to cover up whatever the fuck they said. Oh, well, it's really not that. It just shows up when you get diagnosed with multiple sclerosis from them attacking, and we put it together. You said they attacked my nervous system with a voodoo doll. Okay, great. It's what it is. You talk about the Earth Angel's resilience for pain. My body's on fire at all times, to the point that I'm glowing. So I mean, let's just leave it there. Anyway, that's really not a. I wouldn't even call it pain. I mean, the whole neck thing, that shit was pain. Activate your DNA, regenerate. You have to heal every day. That's not something that that's the energy that is in the cards. You have a group of energy vampires or witches that have been harvesting energy off of the sun to heal. Well, cool, I'm calling that back. That's not my energy. Or their energy. That's my energy. And I mean, how are they going to fix this? If you've got a gentleman on X that makes a statement about a list that doesn't even exist, and boy, they swoop right in on that. But yet divination is able to pick up the fact with the weather manipulators causing massive, and what was it, an insurance scam? Don't they target areas and take life insurance policies out on those individuals? Isn't that what you were saying? Or they're doing a land grab. That's right. What they want to do is destroy all the inhabitants living in that land. So because they can afford to pay off people and do what they do under the table. But I mean, super shout out to whoever sent me that Smashing Pumpkins song. And please, feel free. This is a safe place. Go ahead and let me know who you were again, because I do. I want to thank you once again, because you got to thank Billy Corrigan, the lead singer of Smashing Pumpkins. He came out and he saw a shapeshifter. He hung out with one and expressed it publicly. He didn't give a shit if people thought he was crazy or not. He saw what he saw, and it's what it is. Now, me, I have no idea what two women witnessed and some others, but it's what it is. They're still alive, and that's all that matters. So that's the thing, is every time I get in trouble, somebody lives. But when I take a step back and stop getting involved, you get natural disasters. I mean, come on, the greatest feeling in the world is hearing What's the Chatterlarasha out of Austin say Raw is on foot in Texas chasing demons, when I'm getting a job as security at the Austin City Limits concert because I knew there were going to be individuals there that just like to randomly poke people. It's That's what it is. Did I find them? Who knows? It didn't happen, did it? Everyone lived. What a nice show that was. Billie Eilish, Machine Gun Kelly. You want to know how you trigger Machine Gun Kelly? I work the door to the artist lounge. You want to know how you trigger Machine Gun Kelly? Play Eminem when he comes walking in. Anyway, so you've got a lot of celebrity energy in the cards. You've got a lot of rich men's winners that smell like children around the crystalline aura. We have a deluge in New Mexico where Dr. Hawk can and spit on the women before they sell them. And that's the shocking thing to all of this is that is being accepted. But an individual, and it's what it is. I mean, anyone trying to take matters into their own hands, it's fine. Your presence generally is enough to deter the situation because the energy affects them in ways they don't understand. Well, you can't eat grass, weirdo. She likes to eat the grass out here and it doesn't sit well with her. Anyway, so she's an inside dog. She's not an outside dog at all. Here she is in my lap. We're outside and she's still a lap dog. Anyway. So that was the point of the last video. You've got You Can't Beat Them, join them in the cards. You've got documentaries on the reptilian conspiracy matching David Icke. You've got women coming forward saying that they saw Epstein shapeshift. I've got months now of failed Earth Angel sacrifice. It's what it is, energy and or evidence. I mean, I'm more interested in the evidence we have surrounding the jinn. You're not going to have a reader be able to call out Dorothy's name and me not immediately zoom in on that, because that was the issue that I had with Dory Holesapple. She was possessed. You've got Chosen 144 giving a perfect description of how these individuals with that body jumper, they stare at you like they want to eat you while you're asleep. Weird shit. It's weird shit. And I mean, being paranormal INFJ, look it up. Paranormal INFJ. We see paranormal shit that no one else sees. That's the thing. When you guys, that's why I tell you, ask lots of questions, because I learn and connect the dots by the questions that you ask. Right? If I can send me a song, you send me something, you send me Smashing Pumpkins when I'm talking about this weird shit, and the first thing that pops into my mind, think of a spider web behind me, the flower of life. Think of the flower of life behind me. Each one of those intersections holds information. So when you confirmation, thank you for that. What time do we have? See, I get knocks on the gutter outside. 12:59. Cool. Minute before claircognizant ability. 100 equals claircognizant ability. Not knowing how you know, you just know. One of the many skills of the introverted intuitive. So, which is what I'm talking about right now at 8:55 timestamp. Isn't that neat how that works? So following the signs from the universe, when you throw information at me, something as simple as a Smashing Pumpkins song, what that's going to trigger in my spider web is me remembering Billy Corgan came out about hanging out with a shapeshifter. I fucking dated one, so I don't even want to hear any of this nonsense. What is the problem? You tell them as an INFJ seer of souls that you see their higher self, and they fucking lose it. They can't love themselves. There is an evil within them from past lives. That energy that y'all are talking about follows Pisces every past life. Yes, and it is. You can't help them. You can get some amazing advice from them because they're ancient too. just what it is. That's always been my thing. You can't help everyone. I agree with that. But when you've got a body jumper that has been following Pisces that has now been deflected back out. It's what fucking Moon Tarot, whatever. She said, Pisces, close your eyes, see the darkness in the astral, and break it apart. And I thought, okay, well, I do that technique very well. That's basically cleaning your space with Kundalini fire. Okay, so when I close and I go into the astral, consciously unconscious state. If you look up the INFJ consciously unconscious human, it will tell you about the planes of light that we have stumbled upon, that we're able to tap into. The Pisces with the rare ability to walk between the worlds. Cool. So you take the Pisces with the rare ability to walk between the worlds, and you research that and throw on top of it the INFJ consciously unconscious human. You've got a double whammy of paranormal gifts. Right? And that's the thing. The energy and shit that was going to... They were casting witchcraft at home, doing voodoo and shit. Yes, I broke that energy up. So where did it go? I cleansed my space. Great. Where did that energy go? It's got to go somewhere, doesn't it? Out into the environment? Fuck, who knows? Who knows? I feel peaceful. That energy's been in the cards long enough for somebody to do something about it. But no. See, it's the people that a gentleman goes on X and makes threats. See, he makes threats live in an open forum against people, and they jump right on that. Oh, they're all over that guy. But yet you've got those individuals using that dark magic and spell work to cover up their sinister whatever they do. Right? And that's acceptable. Oh, no, we're going to protect those people. We have to protect them because they pay us. We're we have to protect them because they have all the money, so we don't want to lose our jobs. We have to protect those monsters. And that's what it is. That's why the last video I was like, okay, cool. So you've got the you can't beat them, join them energy. Well, I'm not doing that shit. You can't beat God, so I'm going to join him. If you can't beat God, join the higher self. Come into divine union with the higher light. That's the best. You can't beat God, so join him. And then what do you have? Readers talking about Ra running around chasing demons in Texas. And what do you do with chasing demons? You see them. It's like bird watching. It's like bird watching. And then you trigger the shit out of them with energy that affects them in ways they don't understand. And then nothing tragic happens. The reptilian brain controls sex, fight, or flight. They already picked it up in the cards that energy has been fragmented or broken apart. That is an ancient soul. It's not an angel. It's not a demon. It's an unseen realm. Right? You're talking about Islamic beliefs of angels, demons, and jinn. They're genies. They're magical, supernatural, mythical creatures that have their own realm. My past life was a master of the Kundalini fire jinn. The master becomes the servant in a dimension that does not involve you. The servant becomes the master. Hey, look, angelic Reiki, here we go. What ends up happening? People that's using my past life energy against me. That was teaching me past life lessons that I'd already learned. That's like sending my friends over to fuck with me. That's what it is. Frenemies. Oh, the frenemies came back home to roost. And it's absolutely biblical destruction at this point. I mean, you got to think about it. You've got all that energy in the cards of people fighting over inheritance. Cool. How many people do you think lost their entire fucking lives in Camp Mystic? That's what it is. How many people lost everything in Lake Isabella earthquake? How many people are losing everything in China? That's what it is. All those separate timelines. The problem is they all revolve around the sun in tarot. Great. Where are those sun energies? Where are those sun star energies that have shined the light on all these people that are pissed off now? I can't do anything about the sun shining the light down on the. It's better to be pissed off than pissed on. The sun hasn't pissed on you yet, has it? That's just a different kind of shower. Anyway, Dolores Cannon told us you do not want to be on the old Earth timeline when the worst happens. You want to go to the new Earth. The new Earth is here now. It's here now. Whether or not you take your vehicle with you to the new Earth is a personal choice. Right? When they talk about the sun operates at a higher frequency, fucking everything around me vibrates at a very, very, very high rate. Yes, can I help you? They don't like my energetic boundaries. Well, I mean, if you have an angelic being on your planet whose light triggers demons through fucking YouTube, okay, well then that tells me they're in hell. They're in the hell timeline, and I'm on the divine timeline. Since we're having all these, timeline shifts and okay, great. So if you had a group come up against an earth angel, and now that group is in chaos and calamity and pointing the finger, that's the 3D timeline of good and bad. They're stuck on the 3D now. But yet they've been leading the sheep. That's why I just saw a meme that said, following the masses, remove the M, and that might be who you're following. Well, yeah. And that's what there is. They're trying to save face. Because I mean, think about it. They went up against touch not my anointed, harm not my prophets, talking about ascension material, and that was the key. That was the key. How to treat the divine being. No, they harvested, right? They were harvesting the energy. They harvested off the channel, unbeknownst to them, of what was going on. Great. Then that tells me that those are false light teachers that have now taken everyone into the 3D chaos and calamity timeline, right? Doing everything they can to pull me back down with them. It's what it is. Ask them. Ask them. You got every reader on the planet talking about how the earth angel was the key, the spiritual test for them to ascend, and they all failed. Okay, well then that tells me that they all failed. Right? I have ascended to a fucking level. It's what it is. It's bliss, authentic bliss. So I don't give a shit about. Okay, so everybody's worried about the inheritance. Cool, go worry about the Camp Mystic kids that'll never see theirs. When I have readers telling me that every time they send one of these energetic attacks, it backfires and goes back on them, and then because they wanted to keep their list of shenanigans and evildoers secret, so they went around from practitioner to practitioner to practitioner to cause Judgment Day. Okay, cool. So we're ascending out of that. Okay, cool. Then that's one chosen one. That is one chosen one. That's Constantine That's Constantine ascending into the divine light, ascending into union with the divine light, giving the devil the finger and ascending into the divine light and leaving everyone behind. That's Patrick Swayze from Ghost, ascending into the white light portal, ascending into a crown activation, ascending into union with the divine white light, while Demi Moore and Whoopi Goldberg, all the Therories that were cashing in on the Earth Angel, instead of fucking working with you, they were working against the Earth Angel the whole time. Cool, that's judge not lest you be judged. That's touching the anointed, harming the prophet. That means that their ass gets another lifetime too. They're left behind. That's leaving them behind too. And you're more than welcome to prove me wrong. They wouldn't be taking bribes if I wasn't right. I just posted in the community page a write-up about the gang stalking issue. And it's what it is. And they do a lot of it on social media because they're harvesting the energy. Okay, cool. So if they're harvesting the energy and they're taking people down with them, that's the descending timeline, is it not? I'm more than happy to be wrong. I'm more than happy to be wrong. But, you know, I don't get arguments. I get fucking, you know, telling me how the fuck to do things when I'm glowing and they're not. I've ascended into divine white light union. I have done this before. And fucking everybody's got something to fucking say about something that I've done that they haven't. Congratulations. That's what it is. Right? But shining the light on that. And David Icke has been talking about the lizard brain conspiracy for quite some time. Having that energy around my aura, my crystalline soul, my INFJ shield, my Pleiadian Master's light Merkaba. It doesn't matter what the fuck you call it. Energy is energy. Having that energy in the cards that's surrounded by pissed off, rich. The list has been exposed. They lost the list. Sun shined on it. No big deal. It's showing in their everyday lives. However, people support them. They pay them. And we pay them to support us. But that kind of cracks me up to see that, you know, an individual is arrested for making a public threat towards the Eastine Island list. But yet you've got officials that have been trying to take out an Earth Angel for months. What a fucking double standard. It's just what it is. However, keep in mind, people in charge like that are why you have a Second Amendment right. Another karma that was placed upon the angels was even giving half-wit humans access to metals. And the alchemy to mold them. So it's just what it is. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how all this turns out. Me, I'm going to be no telling what I'm going to do. We're going to go plant seeds elsewhere. That's what it is. Just what it is. You know, because that's the whole thing about this entire YouTube platform. I mean, I get age restrictions on a couple videos, and I don't even know how their little new policy works. It's never happened before. But you know, you get age restrictions on not made for children, yet you have individuals teaching Suk's magic, the SEX kind. You got them teaching that, and then you're trying to figure out where do these, because we know if they're monitoring us through video, through whatever. That's what it is. Where do they get all this dark web material for these people to go and view? That's what it is. Anyway, you know, I mean, you got to think it was like 13 years ago now when the first message for the awakened ones came out. And that was the whole point. He told everyone he knew how bad it must feel to be awakened when no one else is. To know the dark, evil sinister agenda that's been going on behind the scenes, and then calls them out. The Bilderberg group, the Rothschilds, the Illuminati. Okay, cool. I've read the First Testament of the Illuminati, so I know how they work. That's why I worked it against them. Met Dorothy, she summoned a djinn. Yeah, look at that. Right? You can't have these readers call out the situation, call it out by name, and me not tell you that I know the person. I know exactly who that reader's talking about. They're calling them out by sign. I know them by fucking name. No wonder they want to sacrifice the Earth Angel. No wonder everybody's in fucking Wonderland, because that's my question. Where are the others that ascended? Because as long as they have you looking outside of yourself for a divine union, that's cutting God out. That's the most demonic shit I've ever heard of in my life. Now, two people who have come into union with the divine coming together, yeah, would be catastrophic for these people. If two shall see, so shall it be. That's why I attune to angelic Reiki and let the angels do the work for me. I bow to them. That's my lesson to learn. Just because you have control over the angels for healing doesn't mean you abuse them. You bow to them. You let spirit do what spirit does. You got readers talking about heaven and hell or protecting the Earth Angel. Well, you know, we did kind of have a past life regression that wasn't in your fucking dimension. And that's the thing. Are people going to understand? Oh my God, he had a past life in the dark dimension. Yep, I had one in the light dimension too. Now, what's your problem? Fucking little Mr. and Mrs. lack of experience. I've got friends in both. I've got friends in high and low places protecting me while I sit here with a dog going on the fool's journey. That's what it is. However, yes, I'm telling you, when you hear readers talking about them casting that spiritual work at my crystalline aura, that you'd have to be fucking blind not to see the light that surrounds me. Cool. We had to protect ourselves because what they tried last time didn't work this time. Cool. Then when you hear me say that, that means there was a last time. A last time when it worked. A last time right around the same time as Irene Bedford, INFJ, the voice actress for Pocahontas. I was arrested right around the same time she was. What was I doing? Speaking the truth on YouTube about the elites using the jinn against the collective. Using them on the tarot readers. 3 ways that jinn enters a fortune teller. When they get in heightened states of rage, heightened states of fear, or when they're in their passion doing Sook's magic. It's a genie, it's a sex demon that gives them what they want for manifestation. What's the opposite of that? Telling the angels what you want and then sitting back and watching the magic happen. Right? They want instant gratification, dealing with the opposite side of I prefer to take the high road. It doesn't come with karma. How the fuck am I going to get karma for angels destroying things? That's what it is, protecting you. And when you hear a reader talking about Pisces, you have interdimensional beings protecting you from people you don't even know about. I wonder what that means. You think it's an angelic Reiki master? Isn't that special? My concern is when the truth comes out, and it's going to come out on everyone. If natural disasters were caused by idiots running around paying practitioners to do spell work based on bullshit, and they obviously see that their magic has no effect on me anymore. I'm not pissed. I'm not dealing with people that piss me off. I'm not dealing with people that are already so far blown under a spell. They ain't casting magic on this house for a long time. That's what it is. People don't believe in that shit. Good. Don't believe in it. Believe in the natural disasters that are bouncing off of it because I protect my space. Don't believe in my energetic boundaries? Cool. Believe in the destruction that came from them trying to play with it. When a reader said large groups of people were really going to regret playing in that Earth Angel's energy, well then cool. So then that is a them problem. That is a them in regret for playing in the Earth Angel's energy. That is a them problem for causing disaster on the planet and not giving a shit. That's what it is. Don't let them affect your peace and harmony, Pisces. Well, I'm not, but come on. If there's natural disaster coming from that, that's kind of shitty, don't you think? So that they can what? Protect people? Okay, great. Fuck, and they really protected people, didn't they? That's what it is. So, yeah, enjoy. And that's the whole point of the last video. If you can't beat them, join them. Okay, well, cool. You can't beat God, so I came into divine union with my higher self. We just went ahead into the Leo rising aspect of the Most High. That's my Saturn. That's the boss cat energy. All right, I connected to the boss cat energy. You're picking up raw in your cards. Okay, cool. So we've got that clarified. You've got an Earth Angel hidden in plain sight. I live on fucking Divine Street. The divine being was hidden in plain sight. I live on Divine Street, so we got that cleared. That's what it is. They attacked a healer and natural disasters happened because of it. Cool. And they're arresting people off of X because they make, public announcements of wanting to take matters into their own hands. Cool. Well, that's what it is. It sounds like a lot of people sounds like they're doing the wrong fucking job, doesn't it? Protecting the wrong people. They have sworn to serve and protect the wrong folks. And when that truth comes out, system failure, total system annihilation. And that's fine. That's what it is. They manifested it. All right, time to go walk the dog. Namaste.